Welcome to the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. And today we have been invaded in the studio by a bunch of monsters here on the square at Denton Radio. I have Laura with Egan Street Designs, and I'm so excited because many reasons, but I absolutely love her work. And I brought Mr. Pinky in. Mr. Pinky is here. Now, she gifted me Mr. Pinky 2 years ago, which I cannot believe it's been 2 years.
It's wild.
Yeah. And now Mr. Pinky has a companion, which is a pink jackalope baby.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love jackalopes, regardless of what other people think about them. Jake. Anyway, and she gifted me some earrings pre-birthday celebration.
Yes.
Yay!
I was so excited when you posted that. I was like, dang, girl, it's your birthday tomorrow. We got a party.
Let's party. We need monster music. We should have had Monster Mash music or something. I will always welcome monsters in the studio. I'm sorry, but I don't care what time of the year it is. I know we're going into Christmas, but hello, these are the perfect gifts. But anyways, Laura, what's been going on?
Hello.
How have you been?
I've been really good. As you can tell, my product line has changed,
Yes.
but it's the same vibe. I really wanted to the past 2 years have been, which is crazy to say,
Yes.
but have been really, I guess, a lot of changes, but I feel like I finally hit like the groove where it's like, because I had a really great first year, and then the second 2 years, like, were like struggling and like it was just rough for a while there, and then I think I finally recently started to hit my groove again. I'm like, yes, finally, like all the hard work and stuff is starting to sort of like pay off a little bit, so that's been really nice.
That's awesome. I believe that you were going through some growing pains because you hit the ground running. And the monsters were in demand. I mean, you were doing community market, and that was also successful. And I mean, you were just growing rapidly, I would say. And you were just adjusting. And now you've got a whole new line, and you're doing all kinds of other stuff too, which is, I don't know how you do it. I honestly don't. And then you're just this wonderful fashionista. I have to say, the earrings and the hair, oh my gosh, the whole outfit ties, I just love it.
Thank you. I knew you were gonna, I was like, gotta bring it for my girl, because you are always like, I love all your photos, your aesthetic, you're always so fabulous. And I'm like, I learned from the best. You taught me how to take a selfie. Like, I'm like, I gotta pay respect to.
Oh, well, thank you. And I had to pay respects to you too. I did my Mr. Pinky did a selfie on the square.
Pinky.
Mr. Pinky did a selfie on the square.
Yes.
You guys check it out on the Denton Vibe on Instagram and Facebook. And Miss Jackalope will be making her debut tonight. Yeah. Obviously, she's sitting here. And I will talk about them like that because they are so adorably cute. Anyway, so you just blew up with a new line. And the last time we talked, you had desert monsters that were born in the desert.
Yep.
I believe it was Nevada.
Yes.
Okay. And you also had the originals,
yes.
which were the first ones she had, and their shapes had changed quite a bit, or you were going to evolve them.
Yes.
So have they taken over the world yet? What's going on? What's going on with the originals, and what are the new crew like? And tell me the stories behind them.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of QP monsters. So I don't know if you're familiar with QPs, but they were created by a lady. I believe her name is Rosie O'Donnell.
Mm-hmm.
And she was an illustrator like back in the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really sort of inspired by that,
mm-hmm.
being like a lady who basically, in a time when ladies, were sort of not supposed to do cool things like that, she created her own like characters, and then they obviously became a toy, and that really inspired me because like as a 90s kid, we had a bunch of like, there's mad nostalgia going on in the 90s.
Yes, there was.
But there's like sort of like this like more colorful version of it.
Mm-hmm.
# only 90s kids will remember. But so I sort of tried to like tap into more of that. Also so with the original Monsters, it was a lot of hand sewing.
Mm-hmm.
And during my first year, my like hands like sort of gave out on me a little bit. And I was like,
imagine.
and it was terrifying because it was like, I sort of hit the ground running, as you said. And I was like, I can't keep up this pace. I can't, because like a lot of times I feel like you see people on the internet and they're like, I'm working till 3 a.m. and I never stop working. And I'm like, I have to stop working. So I sort of, you know, changed my mindset a little bit and tried to make a product that, or monsters that sort of were a little kinder to my paws.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Actually, that's where my logo, my new as of 2 years ago.
Yes, I noticed it.
The claw paw.
Yeah, the claw paw.
Because that's what I call my paws. Because like they were like hurting and like claw like, and you know, the monster theme. And I was like, I need to sort of like remind myself of that, to be kind to your paws. But yeah, so that's how it was sort of like an amalgamation of all those things. And I noticed that a lot of people, like, it's a really cute shape, but they're kind of weird when they're just like naked. It's just like naked children,
Yes.
which is like cool, but kitschy, but kind of not really my vibe. So like I try to transform them into little monsters, which has been really fun because I get to use like different techniques. I get to paint. I get to like watch doll customizing videos, which is a whole nother thing that I really enjoy. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Ask and you shall receive. Well, I wonder where that came from. We are conjuring up some monsters today.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, so your hands are, I can imagine, because I know when I make, this is a shameless plug, but when I make sexy Mexi gourmet salsa.
Yes.
I've tried doing the lemon squeezer, and you know, the press thing just doesn't appeal to me. But after doing so many, probably the most I've ever done was 80 jars. I got the monster claw too. I got the monster claw. I was like, and I broke one of those squeezers that was made out of metal, and I thought literally it hurt so bad. I was like, my fingers on the floor. I'm bleeding so bad that my fingers on the floor. I'm sure I'm going to have to go to the hospital to sew it back on. Luckily, it was just the impact of it. It hit me so hard that I numbed out and there was no blood. But I will never use one of those again. So I went back to squeezing the limes and stuff. So yes, claw hand. I know what you mean by that. It's very real, folks. It is very real. So she designed a new monster around comforting her claw hand.
Yes, definitely. And so it gave me the opportunity to explore like new characters. So I had some Christmas friends.
Nice.
So growing up, I did ballet a lot. So we had the Nutcracker, which
nice.
A lot of versions of the Nutcracker has the Rat King and he has multiple heads. And I always thought that was weird as a kid. I was like, why does he have multiple heads? Like, he's just a rat king. But then I found out what a rat king actually is.
Don't tell me I have never seen the Nutcracker.
Oh, you've never seen the Nutcracker?
No. Mom took my sister, but she didn't take me.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I'm calling you out, Mom. I've never seen the Nutcracker to this day. Oh. So I don't even know who the Rat King is. Don't make me cry on my birthday,
no.
Laura.
No.
Pre-birthday, excuse me. That's tomorrow. Officially. Go ahead.
Get a full birthday week. So before Clara goes to the land of the sweets with her Nutcracker prince, he has to battle a rat king and his rat army. So the little toy soldiers battle the rats.
Okay.
And there's the Rat King, who is like this menacing giant rat man.
Uh-huh.
But rat kings are like, I guess in urban areas, rats used to get their tails stuck together, and so it was like a just ball of rats.
Ew.
So this is my cute version of it because
which one is it?
He's the little guy with the 2 heads.
Okay, let me see if we can get it. Oh, oh
and
my
with
God.
a little crown, he's got little crowns.
I was like, I see the gray one and I see the blue one, but he really does have 2 heads.
Yeah, we got our little 2-headed next to Krampus.
Oh my God. Okay. This is Krampus?
Yes.
Okay. And I was like, is that a Monchichi hiding behind there? No.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got Monchichi vibes.
Oh, look what we have there. That one. Okay, Monchichi looks mad.
He is look a little grumpy.
What is he?
He's a Bigfoot. I love the concept of like a little Bigfoot.
I like that.
So we have like Bigfoot, and then we have Yeti,
Nice.
and then there's a dark colored Bigfoot back here too.
Nice.
So where are you, sweet friend? Here you go.
Oh my god. I like the blue eyes on the double-headed Rat King
Oh,
one.
thanks. I know I got some metallic paints, and I'm like have to resist buying all of them when I go
Yeah.
to the store. But I'm like, okay, let's sparingly put some of these out.
Oh, and there's the unicorn.
Yes, I had a bunch of My Little Ponies that I didn't know what to do with, and when I go to the thrift store, sometimes it's like, let me buy all these things that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but they look cool. And so they've gone through a couple iterations, but I never really felt like they fit with some of the other things I was doing. So I was like, you know what? Just cover them in faux fur and give them they're little sad boy unicorns.
I was going to say, is it just me or do they look either really sleepy or really sad? They do look really sad.
They're little sad boys, but it's okay. They're having a good time.
Okay. They might be just a little mopey then.
Yeah. You know, like when you get up and you're like, ugh.
Yep, that's they look like me in the morning. That's what I look like, except the hair's probably better on them. I usually end up with a cockatoo hairdo. Oh my gosh. These are cute though.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, so what are the okay, I know Krampus, and I know now you told me about the Rat King and Bigfoot. Who's the little green guy?
I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet, which is terrible. I'm getting on it.
I haven't watched it either. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. So,
but there is a baby Yoda character, not Yoda the actual Yoda character, but one of his species, and there's a little baby character who has taken the internet by storm with his memes. But
wow,
I made a little baby. I couldn't resist. I was like, I know I'm like a fake fan right now, but
it's okay.
But he's so cute, and I was like, I have this green guy, and I didn't know what to do with him. I was like, should I make a green bear? I was like, that's kind of dumb, but not that green bears are cool, but
you don't want to offend any
right.
green bear fans out there. My gosh,
right. Sorry,
you're living on the edge there, Laura.
I know. Gotta keep it together,
right?
But I wanted to make a little baby Yoda because
we need to knock that darn cat off of the freaking internet.
Right.
Oops, sorry. I'm getting a little aggressive about that white cat.
Oh, no.
He's everywhere.
White coffee cat?
I don't even know where he came from. I just see him everywhere screaming at that lady.
Oh,
or the snarky cat. Or the screaming lady snarky cat. Yes.
Yes.
Where did it come from?
Good
Please
meme.
let me know where it came from.
I actually found that cat's Instagram because
Baby Yoda.
Look at him.
Jake is on a roll tonight.
I know, he's on his game.
Look at you. Okay. Let's see what else he surprises us with.
Right.
Maybe he'll find a picture of a jackalope. A real one.
A real one.
Thank you. Yes, baby. I know you're real. Anyways, so what else have you been doing? Because you've been really busy too doing some other stuff.
Yeah. So
you're like, what? House cleaning?
Well, I did do that too. What have I done? So I recently started doing a lot more workshops since we last spoke.
Yeah.
I really discovered a love of teaching that I didn't know I had before.
Nice.
Because when I graduated college, it was like 2011, so everyone was like going into teaching because there weren't any jobs, and it was just like, become a teacher, get your student loans debts paid off. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not a teacher. No. But since I taught my first workshop, I kind of got addicted to it.
Yep.
And this past summer, I had the opportunity to be a teaching assistant at Scrap for their summer kids camp, which I found out I have a lot in common with teens. We like all the same things.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's so much fun.
Yes.
I strongly encourage that if you actually like kids and you like teenagers, get out there and teach them what you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you would be amazed. I used to be a long time ago, for a short time, I was a teacher aide for pre-K through fourth grade. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I remember teaching them sign language, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, to a bunch of pre-K kids. And I thought, there's no way they're going to learn this. And when you see them doing the little signs, and I cried. I'm not going to lie to you. So teens and kids, I absolutely love them. I wouldn't be a full-time teacher because I'd probably turn into the Wicked Witch at some point. But I do love kids, and I do love hanging out with teenagers and stuff. I've got a lot of nephews and nieces, so nice job on that.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a similar experience at our last camp. We had like a little art show at the end, so everyone had a table, and they put out their art that they made for the parents to come and look.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was the most beautiful thing. Like, it was crazy getting up to it. Like, no one wanted to stand still. It's like, stand still. They're like, stand still, stand still. But once the parents came in and like it was made it all worth it.
It is. I can imagine it's very rewarding, and they all of a sudden they transform to like, this is my art.
Right.
Yes.
View my art.
You know, those kinds of things and those kinds of experiences for kids or teenagers, I promise you, I say this in many form and fashions and shows and whatnot, somebody had a little seed planted in them to literally become an artist the way you have been, or something that inspired them, and they're going to run with that. And that's the beauty of all of the art world and music world and, poetry and writing. Kids are just amazing to work with because they're so full of they're moldable, and it's so much potential. And I'm going off on a rant about the kids. I don't have any, so I'll borrow your kids if I need to. My nieces and nephews do a great job keeping me in a reality check, though. Hey, we're, here's your kids back.
Right.
No, I love them. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I feel the same. Like, I have my significant other, he has two nephews and a niece now, and like they're all, well, one of them's like a couple, not even a couple months. But yeah, it's like after that camp, like working with the kids at the camp, I was like, screaming children, whatever, it's fine. There's only 3 of you. I'm not outnumbered, so it's like whatever. Like, it's so chill now. I'm like, there's only one.
I got you.
I got you, small child.
Here, have a monster.
Right.
That's pretty much, you got to keep them entertained, and sometimes these are the things that entertain, and these are great gifts. I mean, we are on the holiday season coming up, literally right around the corner.
Yeah.
Shopping local is always a wonderful thing to do, and she does custom orders.
Yes.
So give her some time, and she'll unclench the monster claw and get to work on your stuff. So put in those orders. But can you tell me a little bit about some of the process as far as the making of it? Because I know how long does it usually take you? I know you may have a different method than when you first started, which was hand everything. So how often are you literally spitting out one of these guys? How soon are they born, basically?
It's I think I can make, one. I usually batch them as I do everything, because I can't just do one thing at a time.
Yep.
But I think it took about, painting's the longest process. So basically what I do is I ordered a whole bunch of like knockoff Kewpie dolls. And so what I start is they come and they're kind of jankily painted and like, so I start and I strip off the paint. Then I like spray enamels so I can paint on them again to sort of prepare the vinyl, because I guess there's a lot of weird like things with painting on plastic and vinyl, challenges I didn't even realize until you get started with it. So then I paint on their little faces and give them little toenails, little fancy toenails and fancy toe fingies. Nails.
That's a word. Yeah, toe fingies.
Toe fingies. So, and then they're ready once they're all dry. After usually it takes a couple layers to get like a brilliant opacity on the paint. And then I put their little hood on, their little like fur hood. It's basically like a onesie. I do hand sew that part because despite what challenges it may bring my hands, I really enjoy hand sewing. But if I can do it like minimal, but like still get the joy of hand sewing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I sew their little hoods on, and then I give them their little whole onesie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I attach any like ears, crowns, horns, whatever, and then little bows and
Nice.
accoutrement for like festive Christmas friends.
Nice.
But yeah, it's usually I can do a batch of like 3 or 4 in like 2 days.
Oh, wow.
I
was thinking 2 weeks. I was like, she's got a lot to do this season.
I do want to do the 100-day project, which I've never done before, and I haven't decided. I was like, do I want to do a Cupid a day? Am I crazy?
I can't even write a poem a day, let alone construct with my hands like that. I would be like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I have faith in you, Laura. I have faith. You do 1 Cupid a day. And if you do that, oh my gosh, I will be like, props to her.
Yeah, I haven't decided because I actually, before we came here today, I made a little video of your jackalope, like prancing around, and then I made a little Yoda baby video, which I'll probably put on Instagram in the next couple of days, but he's like summoning a little lamp that comes and then like flies away with his like force powers.
Nice.
So I maybe I want to do like a stop motion a day or something, maybe a little easier well, not that stop motion isn't a time-consuming thing, but a little bit less time-consuming for me.
Physical on the hands.
Yeah, at the level I'm working at, I'm like, let me use my app. I'm not like, let's get some smooth movements in there. Like, no, I don't. It's just supposed to be cute. But yeah, so I don't know. I've always wanted to do the 100-day project. So
do it. Do it. Every time you make a Cupid, was that me? I'm so sorry. Every time you make a Cupid a day, you can post it on the Denton Vibe. I promise. I don't care.
Yes. Just let me log in.
There you go. I made another one. See if she actually does it. And you know what? You have to have a prize if you do 100 Cupids in a day. I'm like, what could be your prize? Jake will take you to dinner or give you a gift certificate. He's like, no, Ellie, I'm not doing that. Quit committing me. Anyways, I'm sorry. So, okay. So where are you selling these now?
So I have them for sale on my Etsy, which is just search Egan Street Design, and it should pop up. If it doesn't, then I'm not doing my job. But it's mainly online right now. I do have an event coming up, the 12th, I think. It's at Rubber Gloves. It's Truth and Comedy.
Yes.
Which I'm really excited. I love participating. My new thing has been like participating in events that I'm not super familiar with, and like I get to meet like a different group of people.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy that. So I'll be there with 3 pieces of original works that I haven't made yet. Sorry. I'm working on them. I have the concept down, but
don't tell on yourself.
Right. But they're inspired by 3 really emotional and powerful stories written by 3 ladies who are dealing with different issues, and it's like it was really impactful to read their stories and sort of like interpret them in an artistic way. So I'm excited to do that. And then you can always, if you're local, you can always just like send me a message and be like, hey, not like that.
All creepy like that? Yeah. I'm like, no, don't send people to yourself like that.
Please don't be creepy. I'm scared. But you could just, like, I'm happy to meet up and do like in-person deliveries too. Like we can meet at Scrap, and I can,
at a safe drop-off place
at a public location.
Yes, after that, hey.
You would, I can imagine you get like the weird messages. You're like, do you sell these? And I'm like, yes, I do. There's a link to my Etsy. Thank you. Sincerely, Laura O'Shaughnessy.
I thought you were telling me do they ask me? I'm like, I don't sell anything, but I would gladly sell them on. But then that would require me watching and monitoring, and I'm so bad about social media as far as, oh my gosh.
It's rough, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's rough.
That's my challenge. 2020 is going to be very different, you guys.
Ooh.
Hold me accountable. Seriously. It is a big challenge for me.
Yeah, it's hard to be, I feel like I struggle with this as well. I've read a lot about it, and I've found that if you like focus on creating good content and not the numbers, which is really difficult not to focus on, because it's like this post got 20 likes and I have like, you know, a certain amount of followers, and that's not even like 1% of the followers I have, and no one is seeing this, and no one cares, and everyone hates everything I do. But that's not the case. You just need to focus on creating quality content, and then the rest will come. It's just, and then doing, you know, the hashtags and whatever that stuff.
Oh my gosh,
but
that's such a be lucky if I ever put a hashtag on anything, because I'm like, oh, this is so hard. And then you push the wrong sign, and then it doesn't do the hashtag anyway, and then you're just like, do I have to?
Right,
No,
I know. I feel that. I'm like reaching for hashtags. I'm like, creepy, cute art, creepy,
furry things.
Yeah, faux fur.
Yes.
And then you get like
hand stitched.
right.
And then all kinds of people come out of the woodwork.
Right, they're like, I like this. I wholesale faux fur, and it's like, that's not what I need right now. I need people to buy my work. I don't need to buy any more faux fur.
I can imagine your craft room or wherever your workspace is just inundated with little supplies that you buy, because like I've said before on the shows, you go into one shop and you see something and you're like getting all excited.
Yep. I'm guilty. So guilty.
Yep.
I finally organized it though, so I put all the faux fur in a closet that I have.
In a closet?
Yeah, well, it's like a under the stair type closet. But
Creepy.
yeah.
Kind of goes along with the theme of the monster.
Right, I'm like lurking in my monster closet. That's where I was earlier today, crafting, listening to murder podcasts.
Yes, I remember that.
But I put it in a closet to hopefully like, because like it just gets everywhere.
Does it?
And like, you know, you vacuum, but you can only you're not gonna vacuum every day. I'm sorry. This is not.
I do. I don't have carpets. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so I've been organizing everything, but it's been a feat. I did do a few donations to Scrap. Thank you, Scrap, for accepting my things. But I was like, I can't work like this anymore. I can't be this messy all the time. So I finally organized. I painted some walls, which I'd never done before. That was fun.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's always an adventure to organize your life.
Yes,
and reorganize.
it is an organized chaos sometimes when you're crafting and doing stuff and you're like, where's that? I know I had one. I bought one 4 months ago. And then you go through everything and then you're like, I didn't find it and I'm tired.
Right. And now I'm not going to do anything.
Yep.
I'm just going to lie down.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yep.
No, but I can imagine. I mean, I'm glad that you got organized. You can create more monsters. It's going to be a very productive year for her. And so what do you have coming up that's new?
New.
Yeah.
So most nearest in the future,
Yes.
I have the Truth and Comedy, and then that Saturday I have a workshop at Oil and Cotton in Dallas where we're making little elf ornaments.
Oh, very cool.
Which should be really fun and festive, and they're
Yeah.
I made really cute ones. I'll be posting them. I should have brought them, but I don't know where they are. When you reorganize, it's like I don't know where anything is now.
There
but
you
I had a
go.
good idea. But so those are my last events of 2019, which is weird to say.
It is weird.
But those will close out my 2019. But in 2020, I have a bunch of workshops coming up. I have I'm doing like a consecutive workshop. I think you actually posted about the Irving Art Center was looking for instructors on Facebook.
I repost a lot of stuff because I know there's people that are interested in that kind of stuff,
which is super helpful. And then I applied, and now I'm doing it. And
well,
I'm like,
I'm glad.
yes,
It worked.
Yes, it definitely. I really appreciate because sometimes you don't know. And
It's not in your face. It's hard to see everything, and
Yeah.
sometimes people are like, I sent it on Facebook, okay, but I don't see everything all the time, and it doesn't come up for whatever
Right.
reason.
The algorithm.
The algorithm, I'm sorry, we didn't click on each other's stuff enough, whatever. I don't even know what
Yeah.
you need to do to get
Right.
algorized properly.
Right. SEO.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a thing I'm doing for 2 months in the summer.
Nice.
Every Friday. So we're probably gonna be making some sort of doll. I haven't decided yet, but there might be some
Very
fabric dyeing. I don't know, some fun.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and do more like skill based. I want to teach some workshops where you like mold and cast.
Nice.
Because that's a new skill basically sort of internet taught myself this
Nice.
year, which has been really fun. And there's like, you can resin cast in Play-Doh, which I didn't know.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah, so you can't reuse the molds. You can only do it once, but you can just use Play-Doh and pour the resin in,
And then you have a product.
yeah, which
That's
is really
pretty cool.
yeah.
Do you do polymer clay by chance?
I have purchased some polymer clay,
Oh.
and I'm trying to.
Because I know you like all the little, the whole Sanrio and all of that really cute stuff. And
Yes.
so polymer clay kind of, I've seen a lot of, and you could just scroll and scroll and scroll through Instagram and just see all kinds of stuff. And you're like, that's so cute. I want a pineapple. I mean, everybody needs a pineapple, right? Or an
Everybody.
avocado.
Yes. Oh, with little like arms and
Yes.
legs, or like a cute little face. He's just like me.
I mean, you know, you can even put it on your desk. Everybody needs a little smiley face somewhere, you know, to get you through the day.
Right. It's like, thanks, friend.
I know.
I need you.
Definitely. But so I was just curious about if you were going to be.
Yeah, I've done paper clay before. After listening and to people who have used paper clay versus polymer clay, they said it was a little bit more difficult. So they're like, oh, it was life changing when I used polymer clay, and I was like, okay, I guess I believe you. We'll give this a try. So I bought some, and I am excited to hopefully use it.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm annoying
You're
everybody.
You're so popular.
No, I'm just like, what is going on here? I forgot to turn down the volume, guys. I'm sorry. It happens on my own show. So another thing I want to point out are your fabulous earrings.
Oh, thank you.
That absolutely, as soon as I walked into the welcome center, I saw them before you. I was like, what are those dangling? Oh my gosh, it's Laura. She looks great. They are so fun, and they look so awesome on you. You look great.
Thanks.
I've already, yes, complimented you on your whole outfit is so pretty. I love it. And she gifted me my own pair. I know these guys are going to fall. Oh, she gifted me a pair, and I will be sporting these soon because they are pink and they're my own, and I absolutely love them. And they have a little eyeball in there, so they're like little monster eyeballs.
They're like a little monster for your accessory life.
Yes. So I will have to post a little selfie with those guys, and that's so much fun. So you're doing jewelry now.
Yeah. So I really got into my YouTube obsession. So I watch a lot of YouTube when I craft, because it's like sometimes it's inspiring, and it feels like even when you're alone, you have like someone crafting with you, and it's fun. My internet friends.
Your internet.
But so one of the things a lot of people do is resin. It's like so many of them have such beautiful videos where it's like just chill music, and they're just like pouring glitter substances and popping them out of the molds. And so I figured, what the heck, let me give this a try. So I bought a couple molds, and I really like making glittery like shapes is so much fun. And then I, expanded it and made some of my own molds. But it's really fun, and I like, because a lot of times, like maybe you don't know what to do with a little monster. Like you don't, it's not really your thing. Not really a collector. You don't have a shelf or whatever. But a lot of people do also like jewelry. So I feel like that was a good way for me to sort of expand my
clientele base.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, if maybe you don't have, you don't have the money to spend on the monster right now, like you can totally have a little piece of monster paraphernalia with you.
There you go.
So, and like you can show it off to your friends, and so that's why I started making that, because it was just a fun way for me to like expand and just try some different techniques and put googly eyes on things, which is always
fun.
Yeah, definitely very satisfying. Especially when they like roll their eyes at you. I'm like, you're a piece of jewelry. You like, fight me.
Well, I am so glad to see you doing so much stuff. I'm really excited that you're doing the workshops, because doing workshops it's a lot of hard work that goes into it. I've done them before too, but it is a lot of fun because you're there hands-on with everybody. You're teaching, or, you guys are doing it together and everybody's having a good time, or they're learning something they've always had a curiosity for. So you guys get out there and sign up for one of her workshops. That's definitely something you have to do if you're in Denton.
Yeah.
Check out one of her workshops. And where are they going to find information on the workshop? I know you've plugged in your social media, but let's go ahead and plug them in one more time.
Yeah. So Instagram is probably the best place to find me. Though I do have Facebook. It's at Egan_street_design. I could have made it easier, but I didn't. I decided not to. That's my Instagram. I also have a website. But I need to get better. I have an email list too. I need to get better at sending out like monthly emails with stuff that's going on.
I understand.
But then it's like already happened. I'm like, well, I guess I could send like, great, this happened.
Yeah.
But so I have a highlights tab that has like upcoming events. Also have a like studio sale adoption event going on till December 31st. So you can get some like one of a kind monsters. Monsters that were like prototypes for workshops, and a bunch of like just fun friends who I need to find homes for. I'm trying to like make some space for more monsties to be born. So I need to sort of clear them out and get them good homes. So there's some still left in that highlight, the little circle friends in the Instagram. So that's going on till the 31st. And yeah, you can also on Facebook. I usually, if I'm doing an event that has a Facebook event, I'm like sharing that and trying to keep people up to date with what's going on.
It's a lot.
Keep it straight in my head.
I know it's a lot. Well, I really appreciate you bringing all of the monsters here to the Denton Vibe, and thank you so much for my pre-celebratory birthday gift, my little pink jackalope baby. Mr. Pinky will be in good company, and my rockin' earrings. Those are so cute. I will definitely, I'm not kidding, I'm excited to use those. I appreciate you being here for my birthday episode. Yay.
I was so honored you would think of me. I really appreciate it.
Well, I missed you.
I know.
I missed you, and I really wanted to sit down with you. I know you were doing the workshops and stuff, and I was just so excited for you because that's a lot of fun too. So hopefully some of you will sign up for her workshops and go and like her page and support her. Shop local. It's holiday season. Make sure you get your shopping done right here. They're great gifts, great stocking stuffers too. So you can do it all. One-stop shop with Laura and Egan Street Design. Thank you so much for being here on the Denton Vibe with us tonight. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and we will be coming back. I'm like, how many more Tuesdays do we have left in the month? We have a couple of more Tuesdays left, and then we're going to go on break for holiday, for the Christmas season and New Year's. So y'all stick around. We have a couple of more episodes for y'all before the new year. I'll see you next week. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton. Do you love live music? If so, make Denton, Texas your next vacation. Find more information at discoverdenton.com.